Good morning, students. In the previous class, we were discussing about revolution of the Earth, and we have seen what are the characteristics of revolution. And also, we have seen about the effects of revolution, and we have seen 2-3 points mainly because of the revolution. We have seasonal changes, inclination of the Earth axis, and seasonal changes, and perihelion aphelion position of the Earth. We are continuing forward. There is creation of heat zones as the effects of revolution. We have already discussed in the previous class which are the major heat zones and what are the effects of heat zone on the surface of the earth. So when we think about heat zones, the spherical shape of the earth along with its movement around the sun. See, listen carefully. The spherical shape of the earth along with its movement around the sun causes the difference in the angle at which the sun rays falls on the earth. See, sun rays falls on the earth at different angles, and this difference in the rays of the sun is caused by the spherical shape of the earth along with its movements around the sun. Now, on the base of this, there are three zones, mainly torrid zone. Torrid zone is the zone where sunlight falls directly on the surface of the earth throughout the year. The zone extends from 0 to 23 and a half north and 0 to 23 and a half south. That means Tropic of Cancer in the north and Tropic of Capricorn in the south. 0 to equator to 23 and a half south and equator to 23 and a half north. This zone is known as torrid zone because in this zone sunlight falls vertically throughout the year and therefore this zone is extremely hot throughout the year. Now next comes the temperate zone. Temperate zone extends from 23 and a half north to 66 and a half north. The same way 23 and a half south to 66 and a half south. That means between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle and between Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. Clear now? And what is special to this zone? This zone, the sun rays falls obliquely, not vertically, and hence the region experiences a moderate climate. Now let us see the frigid zone. 66 and a half north to 90 degree north, 66 and a half south to 90 degree south. That means Arctic Circle to North Pole, Antarctic Circle to South Pole. This is the area of frigid zone. A specialty of this zone, since the sun rays fall extremely obliquely in this region experiences extremely cold climate. So there is practically no sunlight. So this region experiences cold climate. Now let us see what is Silastic and equinoxes. Solastics and equinoxes. Solstices mean the largest day which experiences sunlight, and equinoxes means the equal day on the surface of the earth. And let us see, the lighted part of the earth is called the circle of illumination. Otherwise, the area or the place where the sunlight falls is known as the circle of illumination. This circle moves with the apparent movement of the sun, so that only half of the earth faces the sun at a given point of time. Only half of the earth experiences the sun at a given point of time, and the other half experiences darkness. So of course there is a given difference between Silastic and equinoxes. You should go through. A table is given there. what is the difference between scholastic and equinoxes. You have to go through the table that is given. Of course, the diagram very clearly depicts the heat zones and its degrees. So let us see what are the days of scholastics. On June 21st, next month, just remember, on June 21st, the Earth is in the position where the northern pole is tilted towards the sun. You know, India is in the northern hemisphere. On June 21st, next month 21st, what is going to happen? On June 21st, the Earth is in the position where the northern pole is tilted towards the sun. On this day, the sun is overhead at the Tropic of Cancer. This day is known as the summer solstice. So, next month on 21st June, sun is overhead at the Tropic of Cancer because northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Sun is in the northern hemisphere, and June 21st will be the longest day in the northern hemisphere. June 21st सबसे बड़ा दिन होगा and रात सबसे छोटा because sun is over the Tropic of Cancer and northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Now you just go to on December 22. On December 22, the southern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Now it is already next December, winter. On December 22, the southern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. On that day, southern hemisphere it will be the longest day, not northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere it will be the longest day, while northern hemisphere it will be the shortest day. December 22, northern hemisphere will have the shortest day, while the southern hemisphere will have the longest day, because on this day sun is in the southern hemisphere, and southern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, whereas northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun. This day is known as winter solstice. It is summer in the southern hemisphere and winter in the northern hemisphere. And let us see what is equinoxes. What do you mean by equinoxes? On 2 days in a year, on 2 days in a year, sun shines vertically over the equator, that is at an angle of 90 degrees. There are 2 days in a year where sun shines vertically at an angle of 90 degrees. This angle decreases as one moves away from the equator. These 2 days when sun shines equally at the equator is known as equinoxes. These days are, which are the 21st March and 23rd September. 21st March and 23rd September. These are the equal days. Clear now? This 21st March and 23rd September. At the equinoxes, the days and nights are equal length throughout the world. Throughout the world, these 2 days are equal. On March 21st, it is spring in the northern hemisphere, and on September 23rd, it is autumn. This position is reversed in the southern hemisphere. Now you see, to make it more simple, we are going to approach scholastic 21st June. Northern hemisphere will be experiencing the longest day and the shortest night. Because sun is over the Tropic of Cancer. From 21st June to 21st March, we have rather equal days. Biggest days. Clear now? 21st March, see, after 21st March, after 21st June, July, August, goes like June, July, August, till 21st March. See, 23rd September, what will happen? June, July, August, September. 23rd September, we will have equinoxes. And slowly, from after equinoxes, sun slowly move towards southern hemisphere, and we will be when we reach 23rd December, we will have shortest day. We will have a shortest day, and from there slowly sun moves towards equator. When it reaches 21st March equinox, from equator again sun moves towards the northern hemisphere. It reaches over the Tropic of Cancer on 21st June, and we will have the longest day. This journey keep on continues. Rotation or the revolution keep on, goes on. Clear now? That is the speciality, or that is one of the most important effects of revolution. That is one of the, I would say, this is one of the most important effects of revolution. Again, I am telling you, 21st June, Northern Hemisphere will have the biggest day and shortest night. Then sun keep on moving. Sorry, the earth keeps on moving, reaches 23rd September, we will have autumn, equinoxes, and again sun moves towards the southern hemisphere, December 22. Southern hemisphere will have the biggest day, but we are having the shortest day in the northern hemisphere. Then 22 September, again there is a journey continues. The journey is continued by the earth, and it reaches when 21st March, again equinoxes. From 21st March, again journey continues. Where it is? Sun. So the earth keeps on moving, and the sun is at the Tropic of Cancer on 21st June. Again, we are having the biggest day. So, this journey of the earth around the sun by the perihelion aphelion positions, perihelion and aphelion positions causes different seasons. At the same time, gives rise to equinoxes and solastics. Clear now? At the two equinoxes, the sun is at 90 degree at the equator. As one moves away from the equator, the altitude of the sun decreases. When the apparent northward movement of the sun continues up to June 21st, there are variations in the duration of day and night. From June 21st to September 23, there is variations in the duration of day and night. And September to 22 December, again there is variations in the duration of day and night. These variations in the duration of day and night continues, and only 2 days are there when there is no variation. Which are the 2 days? 21st March and 23rd September. That is known as the equinoxes, equal days. Except these 2 days, there is always variations in the duration of day and night. This is because of the apparent movement of the earth, or I would say it is one of the important aspects or important effects or evolution of the earth around the sun. Is it clear for you, my dear students? You have to just read it and understand very clearly what you mean by equinoxes, what you mean by solastics. So, next period or the next class, we will be discussing about the angle of incidence and duration of daylight. Tomorrow, for the next period, we will be discussing about angle of incidence and duration of day and night. So, read well, go through the difference between equinoxes and solastics, and please keep in mind the important days: June 21st, September 23rd, 21st March, and December 22. These days you should not forget it. Should be very clear for you. What are the importance of these days? What changes these days brings? Okay. Thank you very much.